So after the Aces won the championship, I had a whole bunch of fans dunking on me for an old tweet or post on X, which didn't really make sense because the post itself was the Fever got a steal trading NaLyssa Smith for Sophie Cunningham. And everyone's like, "What now, bro? Oh, how did this age?" And I'm like, "Did the Wings win the title?" Because this post is kind of irrelevant to NaLyssa Smith's success with the Aces. This was not a trade with the Las Vegas Aces. But nonetheless, I wanted to use it as a chance to, I don't know if I've said it, like, congratulations to NaLyssa Smith. It's, I was very, very critical of Smith on the Fever. I thought she made bad decisions with the basketball. I didn't think, sometimes the motor was questionable. Defense was questionable at times. Angel Reese went off on her in that one game. And now I know she had an odd dynamic with Christy Sides as well, but I never wished any ill will, just basketball critiques. And then she got traded to the Wings, and I did think that was a good move for the Fever and an upgrade. And I still do think for the Fever, it was an upgrade. But the Aces saw something in NaLyssa Smith. Becky Hammon obviously saw something in NaLyssa Smith, and that trade was good for both of them. She gets over there and revives her career, wins a championship. There's no question about it. She's not the catalyst for it, when you have Asia Wilson and Jackie Young on the team, but she was certainly a contributor in the starting lineup. It had to feel good after those years of frustration to go over there and be a part of a championship winning team, playing major minutes on a championship winning team. So it's a great moment for her. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And so I want to make sure I gave the proper kudos and credit to NaLyssa Smith for her role in winning the Las Vegas Aces a championship, and happy to see her success. Now, she was on with Lisa Leslie and talked about the Indiana Fever. Actually, this is the Between the Lines show on Just Women's Sports, and the topic of the toughest opponent on the run came up, and the answer was interesting enough.
But do you feel like, which one of those series would you say was probably the most challenging?
The most challenging,
Like, really ain't nobody come for us, but no.
Now I would probably have to say the Fever, honestly, which hurts me to say that. No, I'm playing, but I would have to say the Fever for sure, because I feel like they just played with nothing to lose. I feel like when you are down like players and it's an abnormal season, it just forces you to have to play out your body. So I feel like that's kind of what they did, and kudos to them. I feel like they had a hard fought series with us for sure.
Yeah, and I've been saying that all season. Like, every time you think, okay, Indiana's got to be done, and then they come back again. I mean, they had just like 9 lives, and they fought for everything that they got. So yeah, we definitely want to give them a shout out.
So, like, that's the common mantra from everybody. Becky Hammon said the same thing. I did a video on it. And basically what Lisa Leslie said there at the end is kind of my bit about, like, the Undertaker sitting up, or you think Jason's done in one of those Friday the 13th movies, and the Fever continue to march on. But it just goes to show you the imprint and the impact that team did have and did make. And salute to NaLyssa Smith for recognizing it. No hard feelings held toward the Fever. She made the little joke. And also salute to NaLyssa Smith for winning a championship with the Las Vegas Aces. Because if you had told me she would be a starter on a championship team last year, the way she played on the Fever, I would have been borderline shocked. So credit where it is due to NaLyssa Smith.